Hey guys, my name is Gloria and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the Nosy Booktuber Tag, which was started I think by Written in Blood, and I saw it on Hey Little Thrifter's channel, so you can check both of them out. I wasn't tagged, I'm just jumping in because I feel like it. So these are all questions that I'll leave down below about reading habits and just general information that you don't want or need, but I'm giving it to you anyway. So the first question is, how many books have you read this year? So it's just the beginning of March, and so far I've read 22, but by the end of today I'm hoping that will be 24 because I've almost finished a novella and I have a short story collection as well to read. Hopefully going to try and get those done after I film this. So it's going well so far. My goal for this year is 75, which is my biggest goal yet, and it looks like it might actually happen, so that's good. Question number 2. Of the books that you've read, which is your favourite and which is your least favourite? So my favourite that I've read this year is Perfectly Preventable Deaths. It's a YA horror book. I'll link my actual review of it up here. You should definitely check it out. It's fantastic. And the one I dislike the most would have to be Cult Call Freedom House, which I was given to review in my blog, and I'll leave my rant review of that as well because it just didn't have any cult in it. I had a few opinions on that book, so you can check that out if you want to. Question number 3 is favourite time and place to read. So I read a lot in the bath. I'm a little bit addicted to Netflix and YouTube videos and just constantly watching things, so it's good to just lock myself away in the bathroom. And I often do read ebooks on my phone, but it's good to just not be watching things, and it's good for the brain to just shut things off and read sometimes. Question number 4 is, how many hours in the day do you have the opportunity to read? And the answer is way more hours than I actually read. So I commute about 30-40 minutes to work every day. So I could read then, I can read in my lunch break. I have a lot of hours after work that I can read. But mainly, I do sometimes read on the way to work and on my lunch break if I really want to get a book finished. But mainly I'll just read for an hour or so before going to bed. Or I have a really hard time sleeping, not sure if I'm an actual insomniac or anything, but if I can't sleep, I'll just lie and read until I pass out pretty much. Didn't even notice. Question number 5. Do you read physical books, ebooks, or audiobooks, or a combination of all 3? So I read physical and ebooks. I actually read more ebooks than I do physical books because they're cheaper. A lot of times they're randomly free and stuff, and because you can just take them anywhere and I don't have to be scared of my water bottle busting in my bag and ruining a physical book. But I actually can't listen to audiobooks. I did do the Audible free book trial thing and I just couldn't shut my brain off. I was always wondering whether I would have said it that way in my head when I read it, or whether those were the actual book's words on the page. So I can't really do audiobooks myself. But I prefer physical books, but I read more ebooks. Question number 6. What is your main pet peeve when trying to read? I think it's the same one that everyone has. It's people trying to talk to you. I'm fine if someone wants to say something. Why are you always falling over? If someone wants to say something and they let me know and they let me get to the end of the paragraph or the page, and then I'll give them my attention, that's fine. But it's when people just start talking and you're in the middle of a sentence, and a lot of the time they'll keep talking, so I'll have to reread and go back a full page just to figure out what I'm doing again. So don't interrupt me when I'm reading a book. Okay. Question number 7. What is the strangest place you find yourself reading? I mean, I've been trying to think of this. I'll read literally anywhere. But I can't think of a place that's super weird that I've been reading, but I'll literally read anywhere. I remember when I was 15, I went to the hairdresser by myself for the first time, and the hairdresser already thought I was weird because I didn't like talking and I wasn't doing anything for the weekend and I didn't like tea. but she asked me if I wanted a magazine to read while she dyed my hair, and I was like, no, I'm cool. And I like lifted out this huge tome of the 3 Lord of the Rings books in one, and she looked at me like I was a crazy person. So she probably thought that was weird, but I was getting my J.R.R. Tolkien on. And the final question, are you a critical reader or do you read for enjoyment? So both. I review books, so you have to be semi-critical in those, and I'm also a writer, so I like to dissect books and see how things are set up and how someone achieved a certain creative writing thing or a creative writing function in their writing. But I also think books are there for enjoyment, so I read a lot of books that I just think are fun to read, and I'm happy to read them without them being a critical masterpiece. So yeah, both. So there's some random information that you'll never need and you never asked for, but thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.